All right, this is the Illusion reporting from Malibu, California, somewhere on spaceship Earth. Wow, some interesting stuff happening in my dream, man. So it's really cool. It's like really cool stuff. So 6 or 7 days ago, this cat's video showed up on my favorites thing on YouTube, man, and this dude's my soul brother out there, man. Like, we see it, and it's really cool because we've been responding off of each other, kind of playing off of each other's information we're giving each other. And tonight he was talking about how because we come from we come from the same source energy, but we see each other, and we were communicating. And so therefore part of our communication is that because we already know what we're up to in the dream and the hologram, that it's our duty that we've made to create each other to expose the fears in each other's dreams, man. Pretty wild stuff, right? Like we both created each other in each other's dreams. And since we have the base information dialed, we're going to break ourselves free, man. We're going to solve our weird riddles, dude, that we still have left in our ego to unlock. So it was really interesting because he was talking about how my latest video, the Matrix one, that everything that I was talking about attached to a fear in his perception of what he's doing in his dream. And I found that really interesting because the first video, the first email he sent me or response he sent me was calling out my greatest fear in my dream, which was all those dudes I was messing with the other week ago. And because he called me out and gave me the data to face what I was afraid of, though I didn't know I was afraid of it because I'm trying to fight it, it changed the whole dynamic. It basically defused the negative entity in my dream, which is wild stuff because it expanded my perception, and I was able to see what I had created in my dream and why I had created it. And the reason I had created it was to move beyond it, man. And it was very interesting how that's going. So it was pretty interesting because in this video response, and you can check it out, it's attached to the other video, he hit on one of my paramount things that I'm totally aware of in the dream, that you cannot get sick because the form is just holographic information too. The skin and the hair and all that stuff is just more stuff that's just a hologram, man. Just because I'm wearing it and looking at it doesn't mean it's any more real than this like $20 bill or this phone or something. All of this is just stuff I've created out of the ether in my dream for various reasons. So very few people understand what I talk about when I say it's impossible to get sick. And sure, things happen to our bodies, but usually they're attached to something deeper that's going in our subconscious level. For example, like 3 months ago, I woke up one morning and my back was out, right? And I'm a surfer, skateboarder, super active person, right? And for 3 weeks, I couldn't barely walk, and I was bummed, man. Like really bummed out, man, because, at 42, dude, that could have been my last wave, could have been my last skate. And I tripped on it. What am I going to do? My whole identity's the surfer skater stuff. Right? And the interesting thing was I let it all go. I had to come to a point where I had to accept the fact I may never ever surf and skateboard again for the rest of my life, right? Because I have a big attachment to these activities because they define who I am to the outside world. They separate me, if you will. And really, the whole mission in life is to remove the separation and return to source energy. So the skateboarding and the surfboarding, I can't take them to heaven. I can't go back to source energy with the surfboard and the skateboard. It doesn't make any sense, man. How can it compete with the bliss of total unified energy with the one? And so it was the minute that I let go of all the surfing and skating and was like, okay, I can accept the future existence in this form as one who can't surf or skate again. And I just let it go. I was like, what do I need to do? Sell all my equipment? Whatever. I got to move on. All right, I'll be the camera guy on the beach, man. And it was not less than 48 hours later that my entire back loosened up and I was tip top again. And that's what it usually means. When I get like a cold that lasts for like 10 minutes and then I realize I can't get sick, that it's technically impossible. And I go back to the source energy of why I'm sick in the back of my mind. And it's usually me attaching to some story that I've created that I don't want to look at because I'm in fear of. So my form gets sick to try to distract me from facing my real fear. And that's what's going on. So I found it really interesting that my friend out there in cyberspace brought up one of my paramount or foundational concepts in the dream is detachment from the form, and therefore nothing can affect my form, man. Yeah, I'm not worried about eating meat, or I don't drink sodas. I don't put a lot of weird stuff in my body, but I don't sweat eating a Slim Jim or, any of that kind of, or smoking cigarettes, because it doesn't mean anything. They're not real. The meat isn't real. The water isn't real. The water isn't polluted. It doesn't have fluoride and stuff in it because it's not real. That's the most far out thing ever. And that goes out to all my New World Order conspiracy guys, dude. Dude, none of that stuff's real. If you vibrate on a higher frequency, all the New World, America falling apart stuff disappears, man. It can't exist unless you allow it to exist in your dream, man. So anyway, man, I just wanted to chime in because I'm exchanging energy, man, there it is, man, with my friend. There's my hand out, man. I'm so super stoked on you, IC Self, man, because it's nice to have found someone I can relate to on the other side of the country, on the other side of my dream, man, because yeah, I see some cool stuff going on here, man, and I really appreciate you. So